Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Heather Show. Today, we are doing part 2 of our Sourdough Society for the process. So what we are going to show you today is how the magic works. And the bread that is here is so delicious. And one of the biggest things I'm most excited about today is that we're going to be able to offer this delicious one-of-a-kind bread on the Heather Show. And what does that look like? Basically, you're going to click on the below link, and then it's going to go to their website, which I will introduce them in a heartbeat. And then you're going to be able to quickly order your bread, and it will be literally delivered to your house the next day. So yes, there's shipping, and suck it up because it's totally worth it. The bread is the best bread you've ever had, so you're welcome in advance. So let me introduce to you the, brains behind the magic, okay? This is Sophie and G. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. So we're going to come back here and we're going to see how this all operates, but just give our viewers a quick down and dirty view of how often do you do this? How many loaves a day do you bake, and all the things so our viewers know and where to find you.
So today you're finding us prepping all the dough that's going to go into the oven in just the next few minutes. This is the first round of bread that's going to go into our oven. Like I said last time, we could put 18 loaves at a time in our oven.
Okay.
So when we get behind the counter here, you're going to see all the dough in the sandwich pans.
Yep.
All scored, beautifully designed, and ready to be put into the oven for a bake.
Okay. And this will take 40 minutes, you said?
Takes about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when this is all finished, what if you blow through that in the next hour and you need more?
Oh, it's a rotation. I'm constantly prepping for the next bake.
Okay, got it.
Right after I get those in, I'm going to the fridge and I'm pulling out the next round and getting those prepared and ready to get in.
Okay, so that's how delicious the bread is. It's an ongoing process. This all gets baked, goes in, gets sold. She goes on to the next round. So there's not much left to say other than come check us out and see how this is all done.
Perfect. So we have our little sandwich pan here. We have our parchment. And then we use organic brown rice flour just for the base so it doesn't stick. So we got that there. And then I just topple this over. Just fix that a little bit, tuck it in. So the loaf is now ready to be scored. It's not gonna be ready to go into bake just yet, but we can always prepare in advance. So we add a little bit more rice flour to that's how it gets that nice white cast when it bakes a little bit, that you'll notice when we pull those loaves out. But yeah, now we have a good, okay. So now we're scoring. This is what we call the decorative score, which is going to look like a wheat leaf, if you will. Something like that. Went to school for psychology and have a bachelor's degree in that, and that's about it. No, I really just learned watching videos, and whether that was YouTube, TikTok, just Google searches, that's literally, and just a lot of practice, of course, too. Can't just watch a video and replicate it right away, right? But lots of practice, lots of videos. What I just did is the expansion score. Now, this is the major score that is really gonna allow the gases in the bread to expand and give us a nice, beautiful rise. And yeah, this is essentially ready to go once the oven is back up at temperature. There you go. Yeah, we're ready to go. We have our parchment paper, our loaves in here. I've scored them with our decorative design, and then the expansion score, which is gonna allow the gas bubbles inside to allow it to expand. Yeah, and I'm just getting some final little additional scoring in to make sure it does get the best rise that it could potentially get. So this is our Simply Bread oven. Honestly, one of the best investments, the one and only really big investment we've made so far. And it's an oven from Belgium. So we all know the European bakery and bread culture is completely different than the US, and that's what we're trying to replicate. You wanted to grab that, but bread didn't look like that before it went in, right?
It looks amazing, G.
All right. These have to temp at 200 plus. They're at 190 right now. Yeah, they're all at about 190, so they probably need a few more minutes.